wanted him here, and unfortunate that Amen goes down, but yeah, you obviously have a great piece there that's ready to play, and you've seen what he's done.
Josh Giddey, not a guy known for shooting the basketball. The game plan was obviously to have Alperen Sengun guarding him. How do you think he handled that defensive assignment?
He was good. He clogged the lane. I think he could have been a little more aggressive helping guys at times, and then, you still want to give a little doubt and, fake out at him. But that was the plan, and he's going to knock some down eventually, 2 for 5. But more so than that, he didn't take that many. I mean, 5, he had probably 10 or so wide open. And it gives us a big body to crowd the paint. Number 1 driving team in the league, and they're a team that hunts mismatches, and penetration is their big key. So Alperen being there was a little bit of a deterrent on him.
Coach, what do you think about what do you think about the job that Jabar Smith Jr. did tonight, as far as sacrificing on their offensive end to make sure that he played great defense and crashed the boards the way he did?
Jabari and who?
No, I said Jabar.
Just Jabar. Yeah, he was great. He, like I said, we are a well-rounded team that can be anybody's night, and when it's not, 6. Only 4 shots and 6 points, but the rebounds were huge, especially with Holmgren's length there. Guys were battling him. He came from the weak side and cleaned up a bunch, and so that was big for us to get us out in transition, get us running, and we had a ton of second chance points. So he was huge as far as that. 4 offensive rebounds, led to kickouts, and like I said, same thing with Fred. When guys aren't scoring, they could still impact the game in other ways.
You guys led. You guys held Chet to 4 points tonight. What was the defensive game plan going into that, and how was it able to be so successful?
And we want to put a smaller guy on him to not only take away his pick and pops and some of his advantages down the lane, some of his roles in the lob threat would just switch those actions, and as well as take away Gilgeous-Alexander's pick and roll some and just make him beat us one-on-one if he wants to go isolation. And so it was twofold there, and it worked well with him. But I think as much as that, it was us, Alperen's scoring threat in the post, kind of going at him there, and that can wear guys down. And so guys did a great job defensively, focused on him, but all around game plan was to take away all his threats. Pick and pop. He is a versatile guy that does a lot of things, and so I felt like we did a good job with that.
It felt like Dillon and Alperen set the tone with their physicality. What did that do for the entire team?
Yeah, I think from the start, you saw. I think it was Dillon. Giddey was on him, so he's very aggressive there, attacking, whether it was duck-ins, post-ups, and then Alpy as well. We wanted to take advantage of Holmgren inside. He has great length, but not the strongest guy inside, and so Alperen has an advantage there. And just we wanted to kind of set the tone with that, and went to that in the first few plays, and everybody else kind of rallied around it.
Coach, it seems like Torres has been able to find ways to impact the games all over the court. What have you seen from him having to this time earlier on in the season with the injury, but now getting the flow of things and finding a rhythm?
Yeah, that's who he is and who he's been. Metric-wise or analytic-wise, he is off the charts for all those reasons. Obviously defends, can shoot the ball and do some different things, but the offensive rebounding, the loose balls, and where other guys might touch their hands and lose it, he gets every one of those, and so he impacts the game in all those ways, not only that defensively as well. And then, he just makes the right plays over and over, and so we're happy that his minutes are starting to go up and we can play him a little bit more here and there, and we understand how impactful he is for us.
Was there a carryover from the way you finished the third quarter to that run that started the fourth?
Yeah, I would say so. We kept going back and forth a little bit, and that was a message at halftime, and even in the third quarter, we were up 10 and felt like we should have been up more. Some of the mistakes and the turnovers for sure. 21, they got 26 points on those, and so you have 14 steals. It's basically because you're playing in a crowd, and that's a heavy shift team like we talked about. So finished it well and saw how we can make it very easy, and then, like you said, rolled that over into the fourth quarter, and the message was, you let this team hang around, they're going to start making shots, and they got some elite scores, but for us, we didn't love how we handled, the crowd at times, and felt like we could have been up more, but to finish the third that way was well going into the fourth.
What do you like about the lineup of Jabari, Tari, and Dillon Brooks? What can that do, and how much more can we see like that grouping together?
Yeah, it was good, especially against a team that doesn't have traditional bigs or scoring bigs in the post. We can be versatile there with those guys. Jabari has the length, and those other guys are the more strong players that can kind of guard multiple positions. But obviously Jeff Green being out tonight impacted that, and so we don't always have to play Jabari at the 5, but it is something that we feel comfortable with, and he obviously usually has an advantage on the offensive end against a 5. So something that we looked at in Summer League. He played well, obviously. He's done it at times last year, and due to our depth in the guys that we have, I think we don't do it much, but it's an option for sure.
Did that
Dillon's a
also
guy.
lead to more use of the three-guard lineup with Aaron in, or was that just because of the way he was going?
Yeah, that was part of it. You know, when you're down a man or two, Jock is obviously out as well, and then Jeff is out. You know, we went with different lineups, but part of it was they don't have huge wings. You know, it's not a LeBron James or Kevin Durant or one of those guys, so they had a lot of small wings as well. So we felt comfortable with our small lineup, but like the fact that those three guys could attack and obviously shoot the ball and be threats out there.
Coach, I know we talked about it before, but and I know you said that you don't like to look at it as road or home, but I mean 9 wins at home and the way that you all just play differently are you starting to see any difference in between the two, or is it something that they're just doing when they're here?
I mean, the record speaks for itself, but I felt like we've played well enough to win on the road. It's just the consistency and letting leads slip away, or a lot of close games. It bodes well for the future as far as us finishing those out. And so, you want to obviously finish those out and be better on the road and not have this discrepancy as home on the road. But it's not like we're getting blown out on the road, and so we just got to tweak a few things, play through some crowd noise or whatever, and come away with those wins.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.